Karens are ruining everything. Oh my god, might be fun as well. I'm loving this. I think I selected very good videos for us today. I'm gonna have a lot of fun.
You on citizen's arrest
Are
right
you serious
now.
for what?
Because look how close you parked.
This man and his Doberman just attacked me and my Chihuahua.
It's not a Doberman.
Of course, like Karen has to be Chihuahua, right? Of course, obviously, there has to be Chihuahua. Obviously.
What are you doing?
He just bit me.
No, he didn't.
I need your name!
No.
It's not a Doberman.
Please. Tell me this is a joke. Tell me this is no. Tell me this is not serious. This is not serious. This is definitely
What are
not
you
serious.
doing?
He just bit me.
No, he didn't.
No fucking way.
Oh, you just did an illegal phone! Then you always work here alone! What's your name and number, Norma Kay? Where is it?
Next door to the mall. Go.
What the f***ing address is on that? You f***ing asshole! You f***ing devil! You're a f***ing asshole!
The devil calling the others devil. Guys, bring back the silence.
Go ahead, put me on social media. You're a little punk. Seriously, I call the cops.
It does matter. He's out here
I don't want him in my neighborhood.
Karens. Crazy, emotional, and manipulative.
In the end,
Whenever
you
you hear
get
the word
neither
Karen,
comfort
you
or
probably
truth.
think about that specific haircut with the insane entitlement attached to it. We've all seen those videos of middle-aged
I wanna
moms
believe
screaming
it
at
is a
minimum
joke.
wage
I really
workers,
do.
calling the cops because someone parked too close to them, or throwing some form of tantrum because the world
Amy said, like, where are their husbands? Haha, silly. Oh, silly Amy's. Do you really think that this woman, this insane, crazy, unhinged woman, actually have husbands? Oh, no. You can't be serious. We all know that all of them just have 15 cats, nothing more than that.
refuses to bend to their expectations. Millions of us have thoroughly enjoyed watching videos of Karens getting owned over the years. There's something deeply satisfying about seeing pure entitlement slam headfirst into
Yeah, I gotta admit, it's very satisfying many times.
reality. Watching someone who acts like the universe revolves around them finally get the check they deserve. Karen meme has been one of the funniest and most enduring memes of the last decade. The irony was perfect too. People got so personally offended by the meme that they started crying and demanding that it be cancelled. That for me was the cherry on top. Over the years though, the word
Is the Karen meme sexist?
Karen has definitely evolved. It's no longer just about a specific
Swept
person
eggs.
with a specific haircut. It's a mindset. And I believe it is one of the most dangerous mindsets in the modern era. But first, let's dig into what Karen actually means beneath all the jokes
The
about the
evolution of the
appearance, the
Karen.
attitude, and the meltdowns. Why do these extremely narcissistic,
And what is it? It's like how to raise your Karen?
self-serving people actually exist? And why does it feel like it's getting worse, not better? If you watch
Frog
any
and the
video of
Frog.
an entitled person pushing their demands on someone else, one thing stands out. They genuinely believe that they are the good guy in the situation. They're completely blind to anyone else's perspective. This isn't limited to the classic meme of Karens. It goes all the way to politicians pushing censorship because
Selective
things hurt their
Karens,
feelings. And that's exactly where the Karen mindset
Feelings.
comes from. Feelings.
Keir Starmer,
Not
of
just
course.
prioritize-
Feelings. Oh my god, I love this. I love how we always come back to feelings. When you are talking about sequel feminists or Karens, or both, like it's always bring back the very same thing. Feelings. I have been saying this for over 1 year, almost 2 already, and I couldn't be more right.
feelings, but worshipping them. Elevating emotions above reason, above
Worshipping
truth.
feelings. Yes, it's about wanting to bring feelings to reality, to shape the reality using their feelings, to convert the actual reality of things. The something that should be like universal and irreversible into something totally biased on her devil's thoughts.
Above other
Devil's
people and above
filthy
reality
thoughts.
itself. It seems to be spreading like a disease, especially in the West.
Yeah, it's like a cancer. I say that very often too.
Influencers, media, entertainment,
Like a terminal cancer. You really like if you got it in your finger, you let it rip your entire hand, or it's over. You die.
advertising, everything around us is pushing the same message. Your feelings are sacred. Your feelings are truth. And your feelings must be obeyed, protected, and never challenged. The word Karen has evolved into something much bigger. It's become almost a religion, where feelings have become the god of the modern age. So today I want to talk about how Karens are ruining everything.
Yep. But again, they are only only ruining everything because men are allowing them to do so.
This mindset, this worship of feelings above everything else, has
Your
infected and
feelings,
damaged everything that I love. Storytelling, video games, movies, series, politics, and even the church. Feelings are now
Hey,
being
feelings
weaponized
need to
through
speak
media,
with your
culture,
manager.
and institutions to control narratives and shut down anything that dares challenge them. And we're clearly seeing this getting worse and worse over the years. I want to start with storytelling, because
Shrine
this
of
is where I
sacred
decided to
feelings.
actually make this video because it has annoyed me so much over the last few years. Modern movies, series, and games used to respect authors and source materials when it came to the intellectual property of specific universes. Let's say Star Wars or Lord of the Rings, for example. But this clearly isn't the case across the board anymore. Stories written about truth, struggle, growth, and sometimes uncomfortable realities, prioritizing specific characters over others, seems to be under attack in this Karen-pocalypse. For me, I think The Witcher
Seems
TV
to be?
series is probably one of the best examples of this. The showrunners and writers took massive liberties with the source material from the books. They changed character arcs, altered major plot points, and injected modern political messaging and identity-focused changes that weren't in the original stories, and didn't even fit the universe. It would have made sense if it actually added something to the story and didn't take anything away. Henry Cavill, who actually cared about staying faithful to the books and the characters, pushed back hard against this and unfortunately eventually decided to leave the series. For me, that was the best move he could have made. He garnered a well-deserved
Yeah, you gotta praise the guy for it, right?
amount of respect for not giving into the Karens. Most writers and showrunners these days don't even have that level of respect
Oh, this was so retarded, the Velma thing. Oh my god, don't remind me
for
that.
source material, because they
Everything that they touch rottens to the core.
believe what they feel trumps anything else. They rewrite characters, water down conflict, and inject lectures instead of letting the story breathe.
They will not stop. They are intentionally destroying one thing, one loved franchise after after another loved franchise. Until they reach every single one of them and make a crap job out of everything. You know, they'll literally make it. And again, they are not worried. It's like the real life fake wizard said. Like they are not worried. They are not worried with us, with what we will think about it. They are getting all these tales, all these stories, be movies or be games that are old. They are renewing them with their fucking agendas. Because what? Because all of these prove it to have works back in the past and generate what society is today. They molded the people's minds to be what they are today. So they are doing the same thing. They are getting all these already approved by the predecessors in society, like movies, famous movies and games and everything. They are institutify and wokify everything because they know it will be easier to manipulate the minds of the newer ones, the babies that are coming, the new kids, you know, the new teenagers, teenagers that are coming now, and they are worried in brainwash these people, you know? They know that these are things that worked already with entire generations previously. So they are just renewing it with a different message. And they are expecting, not only expecting, they know that's working already. They are expecting that with this, they can brainwash the newer generations into already being raised with their status quo mindset, you know? That's what they are aiming and looking for. It's not about us, it's about them.
The result is often
It's about your kids. It's about your kids, you know? Your kids that you are like not taking care of, that you're actually giving the government the power to raise instead of you, because you're too tired for that, and you abdicated of your power in your household, you know, in your family, of educating your child, your kids, yourself, and you're giving because you're so much tired, you're so much annoyed into raising your own kids that you're transferring your rights to do that, your power to do that, the little bit of power that you still had over your family directly to the government, you know?
Predictable content that feels more like a therapy session than actual art. And it goes even deeper than this. We're now seeing people actively trying to erase or rewrite classical fiction because it offends their feelings. A perfect example is what they've done to the orcs in Lord of the Rings. J.R.R. Tolkien created a deep, consistent world rooted in ultimate good versus ultimate evil, where moral choices matter. We read that Tolkien was playing with the idea that the orcs in his universe were once actually elves who got twisted, tortured, and corrupted into becoming these orcs. Many saw this as a powerful shadow of biblical text, good beings falling and becoming demonic through deception and evil, similar to how the Bible describes the fall of angels. But the modern Karens, armed with victim mentalities and identity politics, looked at this masterpiece and declared that Tolkien was a racist. They claimed that the orcs were meant to represent black people or other groups.
Yeah, it's like on the Devil May Cry new anime series that they done, like the demons are actually like they are what? The illegal immigrants or some bullshit like that. I remember something like that about the new Devil May Cry from Netflix. Some bullshit that was so freaking ridiculous, and they victimized the demons or something like that. Like as it was like the United States terrifying immigrants or some bullshit like that.
Suddenly, a
refugees
profound
or some
story
shit,
about corruption of creation and the battle between light and darkness got flattened into problematic racial coding. Tolkien didn't do this. These people did this. And this is where the theater kids who wrote For the Rings of Power enter in. They rewrote the entire...
You'll never know when you're gonna need to use that, right? It's good to keep like all the maintenance, so it's always working.
Entire narrative around these orcs. They gave them families, babies, sympathetic backstories, and framing them more like oppressed victims than irredeemable evil. They injected today's oppressor versus oppressed.
They say they know what he means, but never reads the books. Like, obviously, do they read? Do the leftists read something? No, they only read those as much stories, like, right? Like Morning Glory, Milking Farm, yes.
Lens into a mythology that was never built for
50 Shades of Grey.
Instead of honoring the source material and its deeper meanings, they let their feelings rewrite this legend so it would feel better for a modern audience. This is the Karen mindset applied to art. If the story doesn't validate my worldview or protect my feelings, let's tear it down, let's reframe it, or maybe even call it problematic until it complies. And it's even worse in video games. It started with big companies bringing in DEI consultants to scan everything that they were working on. Characters, stories, decisions, everything. So the point of DEI is obviously supposed to be inclusivity. But what is the real basis of the decisions that they make? It's feelings. It's not about building on merit or true equality, because that can be offensive and unfair. Too many white characters? Racist. Attractive female characters? Unrealistic and offensive. They've uglified so many female characters. We used to have strong, attractive women that you would actually want to play as. Now they're making them fat, ugly, and straight up masculine so nobody feels objectified. This is actually
Oh no.
Actually, not even to try and not offend women. It's to try and not offend unattractive, narcissistic women. And what happens when you call this out? You get attacked.
Disgrace.
You're labeled as a toxic gamer, an incel, a misogynist, and a creep. Always shaming the gamers for complaining about this weird new obsession that developers have. And it's not just the uglification that's going on, it's the emasculation of these universes. Just look at the games like World of Warcraft, for example. This game used to be for men. The story was gritty, it was dark, it was epic, but now the whole narrative around the game makes it feel like it's just for kids. It used to be about honor and war and sacrifice, but now it just feels like it's about the friends that we make along the way. The tone and the stories, everything just feels softer and safer and whimsical. The whole gaming world is terrified of offending some random insecure person online who's mad about pixels. Again, it's all about
That's really sad to see. We could resist everything, and then they started to touch games. Not only the newer ones, but they started to go after the older ones that were still like up there working, you know. That's what's more that's what it's kind of tiresome sometimes. Like, it seems endless, and sees that they will never stop. They will never stop. It doesn't matter how many games they ruin, you know. It doesn't matter that they don't get the customer money, because they have endless money flowing through them. Because again, it's all part of the demonic Jew plan and blah blah blah. And you know that shit, right? And like they will keep doing this. They'll keep doing this because they can. That's really sad to think about. What will be left to us? They are going to anime now. Then I don't even feel like playing games anymore. The few ones I still play when I have time, because not even time I'm having. Like, there are very like even more and more less good games to play, you know. And the ones that I'm playing end up always being Asian, you know. And like, and now they are doing the same with our animes too. What the fuck will be left for us?
feeling
We will be condemned to keep rewatching things from the past endless times, because nothing worth watching or worth playing will ever be produced again.
over everything. This is why so many big releases feel soulless now. The people in charge aren't trying to make games for people
I
who
think
actually
about that
play
a
them.
lot.
They're trying to make games that validate their own worldview and soothe their own insecurities. This current mindset is destroying the whole industry. I mean, we
Oh,
could see
the
the same thing
purple
happening
rods,
with journalists. They try to be subtle about it sometimes, but it's pretty obvious what they're doing. They don't come out and say that the game is bad because it's not pandering to their feelings. Instead, they hide behind fancy words like problematic, tone deaf, or lacking representation. A game can have insane gameplay, solid mechanics, and actually be quite fun, but if it doesn't validate the right emotions or check the right identity boxes, they try to tear it apart, maybe give it a 7 out of 10. And a lot of these journalists are not actually game journalists. They are political activists pretending to be game journalists.
Yeah,
and we see the same
exactly.
thing happening with political journalism. They pretend to be objective, but the bias is so clear. Stories get framed around feelings. This makes people feel unsafe. This is harmful to certain groups. This rhetoric is dangerous. Facts and data that don't fit the emotional narrative gets downplayed or ignored completely. They're not reporting reality anymore. Most political journalists now are just protecting feelings or pushing an agenda while pretending to be unbiased in their opinions. At the end of the day, the ultimate stance that we humans need to take in life is to fight for truth over feelings and objective reality over emotions. We need to stop letting our feelings run the show. I mean, feelings are important, don't get me wrong. They're part of being a human.
Yes.
But they make a terrible god. When we put emotions first, we start rewriting history, changing stories, lowering standards, and censoring anything that makes someone uncomfortable. We lose our ability to face hard truths, solve real problems, or create anything great. We even stop genuinely helping people that need it, because we're too scared about hurting their feelings over saving their lives. The way forward is simple but hard. Prioritize what's real, what's true, what actually works, even when it hurts your feelings or challenges your worldview. And this is how we push against this Karen religion that's slowly ruining everything around us. And nowhere is this crazier than how feelings are making people erase or rewrite history. People can't seem to handle real historical figures that had their own flaws, so they turn everything into cartoon villains based on today's emotions. Take Winston Churchill. The guy led Britain through World War II and helped beat the Nazis. I mean, without him stepping up to that level when the world was on the brink, things could have turned out a lot worse. But today the Karens hate him. They focus on his views on race and empire, the Bengal famine and other controversies. They call him a racist and a colonialist. They try to remove him from history by vandalizing or getting rid of his statues, pushing to rename buildings and schools, and just spreading this message of hate all over the internet against him. They'd rather erase his legacy than admit a complicated man can still do something heroic. If a historical figure doesn't make us feel good by today's standards, erase him. And this same poison has completely taken over politics. Politics used to be about ideas, results, and trying to figure out together what works in the real world. Now it's just dominated by feelings. Policies aren't judged by whether they deliver safety, prosperity, or freedom. They're judged by whether they make certain groups feel safe, validated, or empowered. People saying like, oh, I feel unsafe, this hurts my community, this rhetoric is dangerous. These emotional appeals have become stronger arguments than data, history, economics, or basic logic. And
Oh, that's so true. That's so true, man. I think this is the most dangerous. Like, history is being rewritten. You know, datas as well. I think the data and history are the more important than everything else. I mean, everything is important, but this too, like this one actually, more than all the others, even history is being rewritten by them slowly, very carefully, you know?
entire laws and censorship campaigns are built around nothing but protecting feelings. If something online makes the wrong people feel bad, the response is often to regulate it, ban it, or shame anyone who says it. A clear example for me would be the push to silence Charlie Kirk. People got so hurt emotionally by what he said that many of them genuinely wanted him to die. Instead of disagreeing and moving on like mature adults, they hated him so much that they actually celebrated his death when it happened. That level of emotional reaction, where disagreement turns into outright celebration of someone's death, shows
Then I ask you, why am I evil if I desire their deaths? Because of that. Why? Why am I then evil if I desire their deaths because of that?
just how far this mindset has gone. Feelings being so sacred that opposing them makes you worthy of being murdered. This is how feelings get weaponized in politics. It is no longer about debating what's true or what actually works. It's about who can claim the biggest emotional injury. Politicians would rather virtue signal and show just how much they care than actually fight for what is good, effective, or true. They chase the applause of the moment instead of delivering results that stand the test of time. Some don't even want to answer questions because the question itself makes them unhappy. This is not sustainable. When feelings rule politics,
Do you guys remember this?
make
Do you guys remember this? That literally she refused to answer any of the questions that this woman was doing to her. I think she was cat state to something. I think it was a prefecture. I don't remember. You guys may know her better than me, okay? I mean, it's your culture. I don't remember who she is. But she was refusing literally to answer everything that she was asking. Very basic questions that is related to... And there was like video of like her cosplaying something or coming out from a party that like that was fucking retarded. I don't remember what it was, but it was very ridiculous. And she was questioning her about a lot of stuff, and she did just said that she felt like, you know, hurt and blah blah blah, and ended up like not answering anything.
makes them unhappy. This is not sustainable. When feelings rule politics, truth dies, competence dies, and eventually freedom dies too. And this mindset is now even showing up in church. As a Christian, I believe that
My Vtuber's name is Susanna. As a sign of respect to Susanna through Michael's missing daughter, she never found her daughter, but she saved so many kids. Very nice, Restabaxis, very nice.
this should be the place where truth stands firm, no matter how it makes people feel. But even there, the Karen mindset has started creeping in. Instead of preaching the actual words of Jesus, some leaders are rewriting the message to make it softer and more palatable. I saw a clip recently of a woman preacher saying Jesus didn't preach a my way or the highway gospel.
Jesus did not come into this world to preach and to teach a my way or the highway kind of religion. Absolutely not.
She was pushing this big message of inclusivity, basically saying we need to bend the truth so everyone feels
Women can't be pastors. Next.
welcome and no one feels judged. But Jesus absolutely did preach a my way or the highway message. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. The gospel is meant to offend. It confronts our sin, our pride, our self-centeredness. It calls us to repent and surrender. This offense is actually the point. It's what leads to real transformation. Without it, there's no conviction, there's no repentance.
If you keep selling this flex Jesus thing, like where everyone can be accepted, no matter what they do, like with no consequences at all, you don't need to be worried about transgressions, about your sins or anything. You don't need to try to get better. You just gotta say, oh no, Jesus will forgive me. I'm good. Okay. Like, no, that's wrong. That's wrong. What she's preaching there is so freaking wrong. And that's why I consider myself a bad Christian, because I see things like this that she said, and my honest feeling, my honest feelings when I saw that stuff was immediately think like, I hope she has a special place on hell for her. Okay, I'm sorry. Yes, I have these thoughts in my mind. Like I like to see people that do bad stuff, like murder it. You know, after all, like they didn't care about murdering people to begin with. So why should I care about their filthy lives? You know, that's why I'll always be a terrible Christian, because I have this necessity. I have these feelings on me. You know, I have these feelings on me that needs to be relieved. You know, I need, or speaking or seeing some bit of justice happening with this fucking tards.
Repentance and no genuine change. Today, a lot of churches seem to be watering this down. They prioritize making people feel included and comfortable over preaching the hard truth that actually transforms lives. So where does this all leave us? I believe we all have a choice to make. We can keep worshipping feelings as the highest truth, letting this Karen mindset spread until it reshapes everything, or we can push back and return to something better. The ultimate stance that we as humans need to take in life is to fight for truth over feelings and objective reality over emotions. Feelings are important. They are part of being human, but they make a terrible God. Thanks everyone for watching. Please let me know what you think of this video in the comments below. What areas in life do you see this mindset affecting the most? As you guys can see, I got a little bit of a new setup. It's the same places where I filmed the last video, but I kind of changed the camera location, so I'm just trying something new. For those who don't know, obviously I've gone through quite a bit over the last few months. That's why I haven't made a video yet. If you guys are curious to see what's happened, I did a video, I think 2 videos ago now, just explaining the situation. Unfortunately, my wife has been diagnosed with a brain tumor. It's grade 3 glioma. I explained everything in that video, so...
Why? Thank you so much, Amber. You are sweetie. Thank you very much. Welcome, Raiders. Welcome, everyone. We were just seeing a video, like we are in the ending of this video before we go to the next one, and you are just talking about how Karens are ruining literally everything. And we are just concluding our details on this video, but we still have much more stuff to go through. So don't worry, we still have some few hours of live stream. So yeah, stick around, have a seat, grab a snack, a juice, and yeah, let's keep going. So I mean, why does things happen? You know, like that. This is one of the most difficult parts of being a Christian. Like, you know, you see all this. I mean, we know that there are many things that we cannot comprehend, why they happen and how they happen. But oh gosh, oh no, Amber. No, it's not a new model. It's actually my old model. Yeah, it's my old model, this one. It's the one that I had previously to that one. But I think, yes, I think you got to know me when I was using the new one already. So you thought that was my old one and this was the new one, probably. I know, this is my oldest model. This is the first model I had. Yeah. Thank you so much, Amber. I love your model too, you know that. Even more the one that you have the short hair. Very nice. So why these things happens, guys? Like, why evil people like Soros, for example, and like they seem almost immortal. They don't die. They don't fucking die. And why this guy that just delivered us an amazing content right here, very nice person. Obviously, like his wife has brain tumor. You know, like that's so freaking insane. That pisses me off so much. That annoys me in levels that you guys cannot comprehend. You guys can really not comprehend. It's so. It enrages me so much. It enrages me so much. These people, like my president, for example, my president has 81 fucking years. He doesn't die. He's in perfect health. The fucking dictator kami of my country, you know? He doesn't die. These motherfuckers don't die. You know, they don't die. They are eternal. They're fucking eternal. Yeah. Let's start a new one. Another video, because people just got through the rage of Amber and they don't know what we were talking about this. But let's start a new one. Before we go any further, I want to take this brief moment here to thank all of you, my patrons, for the incredible support to my work here on YouTube, and especially my 5-tail fox tier member, the Holy Ball, and to all of my 3-tail fox tier members, Wallony Wolf, Fanny Sylvie, It Himself, Chile Not Serious, Eustace the Useful, Zealous Isaiah, Ala Rosas, Max Tenor, Nugutino, Avery, Halcyonic Eder, and TV8. Thank you very much. You guys are amazing. Also, thanks to everyone that have been supporting me on Ko-Fi, Kick, and to all of my YouTube members. You can support this channel life and growth with just $5 a month and gain access to many perks. This is less than a burrito. Check out my Patreon. Link is in the description below. And that's it for today, my dear Fox Links. See you guys in the next one. Bye bye.